Reeves to Doncic. Spencer Jones on him. Here's the double. Doncic on the drive. Step back. Puts it up. Puts it in with 5/10 of a second remaining. Lakers by 2. Jokic fires it.
What a game. As we say hello and welcome to Access Sportsnet Lakers, brought to you by your Toyota dealers. We make it easy. Allie Clifton alongside the Hall of Famer Big Game James Worthy, Mike Bresnahan, Mike Trudell handling the post-game locker room responsibilities. What a game. If you wondered whether or not these guys cared about the standings, the tiebreaker on the line, all you have to do is run it back. Run it back and watch this game, I would really just say from halftime on. But nonetheless, I want to give you this, Big Game. I do want to give you this. The Lakers, coming off a big night where their starters were huge. You look at a night like this. We can fill in the blanks, but you've got a 41-year-old who's not afraid to dive on the floor. Okay, you've got a big who showed up when it mattered most, especially in that extra 5. You've got a former Defensive Player of the Year on both ends of the floor in Marcus Smart, a guy with delusional confidence who was undrafted coming into the NBA, and a guy who's been in the position so many times throughout his career that they call Magic. Luka Magic with a big shot. Lakers come up big, own the tiebreaker.
Allie, the ingredients you just described makes a perfect solution, a perfect cake. And they played absolutely just together. They played together. You could tell that they never gave up. They had the big lead in the third, knowing Denver can come back. Denver's come back from 20-plus points several times. So we knew that was coming, that they were going to make a run. But the way they finished and the way you could see finally, they've had it, but you can see the confidence that they have in one another. They're connected. Marcus Smart, man, he's a godsend for us. Never seen LeBron dive on the floor like that until Marcus Smart showed up. LeBron, those were some amazing, impressive plays. He going on the floor. Marcus Smart hitting threes and defending. Ayton defending Jokic, a block, and also forcing him into tough shots. This team is just coming together at the right time, never giving up. Delusional Reeves, whatever you want to call him. He said he'd done that before in the AAU game. He saw that nobody was on that side, and he hit the rim on that side, and he went and got it and made that play. That's just togetherness. But Marcus Smart, his defense and his big shot making just inspires this club, in my opinion. And Luka. Let's not forget about Luka.
So much.
Let's not forget about Luka.
A huge little floater on the left side.
Take it over. I'm excited.
Yeah. Is it worthy of a worthy clap? Is it? Yeah, I thought so.
Send him in a long time. Shoulders hurt sometimes. I can't roll it like I used to.
Gotta roll those shoulders.
Give me some snaps.
Worthy snaps and claps. James, I thought you and Allie both nailed it. There's so many things to point to. And for whatever reason, I'm picturing like a 7-year-old Austin Reeves trying that in like an AAU league and succeeding and saying, at some point, when I'm in my late 20s, I might need to go back to this. And he did, Allie. And I think the brilliance of it is he saw that Denver was kind of overloaded on the right side of the key with potential rebounders. So was he smart enough to make a tick off the left side of the rim?
Yes.
And then float over there?
Golfers have that kind of...
There you go.
They can hit it through trees, they can flop it, they can hit it, bank it off something. That's what he was thinking. He saw it. It was a perfect pass to himself.
Yeah, my mic fell, James. I guess I'm too excited, too.
You're good. But, while you fix that, we will head back downtown, Crypto.com Arena. I've been told Austin Reeves is standing by with Mike Trudell.
Nice.
All right, Austin, we're going to get to Luka's game winner in a second, but the missed free throw, we were just talking the other day about your hand-eye coordination. I assume that you're great at darts and ping pong and pool and all those things. Did you employ that to get the free throw miss directly to yourself?
Yeah, ask Luke. He's never beat me in any of those. So, like I just said, I made a bad play. Jokic made a good play, got the strip on me when we were down 2. Luckily, Gordon missed a free throw, and it gave us an opportunity. But, yeah, it's just, trying to move on to the next play and make a play.
I know you live for just trying to win the game and trying to do things for your teammates, so that must have felt good. Not that you needed to atone, but to be able to put yourself on the line like that and get it done.
Yeah, we're bought into one thing, and that's winning. And I think that showed tonight. Second half wasn't great. I thought we were good basically the whole first half, besides a little bit at the end of the second quarter. But, even when they made the run, we didn't waver, we didn't fold. We kept fighting. Marcus made a big play, got the steal and the layup, but we just kept, Bron is 40,000 years old, diving on the floor for a loose ball. It just shows what this team is about.
Yeah, and Ayton coming into the overtime, and you had to make sure Luka wasn't going to throw something at you. I saw that. This will be the last one, though. The final play, right? Jokic ties it up. You have about 15 seconds left. What was the look, and how did Luka manage to get into that spot and hit it?
I mean, he just does what he's done his whole career. He's a professional bucket getter, and he put that on display. They sent a double at him basically all night. I don't know what he ended up with, but happy to have him on our team. In those big moments, as everybody knows, he's going to make a big shot. So tip your cap to a guy like that. I'll give him credit tonight, but tonight only.
I appreciate it, man.
Sometimes it's tough to tip your cap, but indeed, as Austin just mentioned, you got to do it to Luka Doncic. Obviously, we've been talking all game long. This was a big one when it comes to the Western Conference standings because it meant the eventual tiebreaker between LA and Denver. The season series is now over. LA wins it 2-1. They're now in that 3 spot, a half a game up of the Houston Rockets. We'll get into later, obviously, seeing the Rockets 2 times, Monday and Wednesday, coming up in Houston this week. But I think we got to go back and look at just how this game came to fruition. We talked a little bit about it, Austin Reeves and those free throws. Big game. We were in here. They were talking about it on the broadcast as well. Does he make the front end? Does he miss the second one? We were wondering what he would do. Obviously, you had Aaron Gordon, you had Nikola Jokic. You didn't think he'd possibly have an opportunity to get a rebound over them if he misses it. And then here comes the delusional, confident human being. By the way, he said it, not us.
Yeah, that's his quote. But, yeah, I mean, look, what he's looking at right now is Ayton and Jokic. The Denver Nugget overloaded on the other side. So that was a perfect hit of the rim. It was a sharp dart, like he's throwing darts. And he knew it would come left if he hit it on the left side of the green, most likely. And it was played perfectly. I mean, Jokic couldn't be occupied over there because he was boxing out Ayton. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I think in a situation like that, I can't think who that was for Denver on the other side.
Spencer Jones.
No way he could have got to him that quickly the way he shot that ball at the rim and kicked off. It was just a perfect scenario.
Yeah, then Luka winning it with a very similar shot, not off the rim, but just on that left side, a little floater there. That's an 8-footer with 1.9 seconds left in regulation. Yeah. I never thought I'd say this, but Austin Reeves, geometry whiz. I mean, he's just playing some angles right there. And right after this, we're going to take a look at Luka's shot. Again, not off the crazy bounce. He had to beat 2 defenders. He's a little bit farther out, but still, James.
You don't let him out of a double team. If you're going to double, there's no way that he goes the opposite way when there's the double coming from the top side. Yep. That was a huge mistake to let him spin out of it to his favorite shot, which is a step back. Create the space, and that's what they're going to see on the local news tonight.
I mean,
you stepping back and you can't get to Luka, lights out with 0.5 left on the clock.
And the Lakers have been doing this all year. Not this crazy, not this intense, not this late in the season against a team that's right next to them in the standings. We've been talking about how good they are in the clutch. And they win probably 80% of the time in the last 5 minutes when the game is close, James. And today is just the latest example of a team. I don't want to say they're a team of destiny. It's too soon. We still have 4 weeks left in the regular season. But that's a magical night. And that's not a word I love to use. I feel like it is overused probably, but what an incredible end to that game. Starting in the regulation with the recovery off the missed free throw. And by the way, we're talking about a guy, Austin Reeves, is wide open on that left side after he perfectly timed that shot and that rebound. Nobody really near him. He's done that little floater from the left side from 8 feet out numerous times. And Allie, James talked about briefly, DeAndre Ayton in that overtime. He scored on a little shot in the paint. He was
the only one to score until Marcus Smart hit that 3-ball.
Right. And then he had a little hook shot. Ayton did. And he played defense not once but twice really well against Jokic. So he's kind of pushing him away from the basket, just making it difficult for the Joker. Not a lot of people do that, but he did it twice in the paint in that OT. Huge 5 minutes for DeAndre Ayton as well.
I'll continue to hang on what Robert Horry said last week here, just talking about underestimating the feeling of momentum. And when you think about where the Lakers are right now here down the stretch, JJ mentioned it in the pregame how critical this stretch is upcoming, even on top of a pivotal game today. They've now won 5 in a row. They've won 8 of their last 9. You're going out on the road for a 6-game road trip that is not easy. What can moments, what can games, energy like this at this point of the season, big game, do for you?
It can give you confidence that stays. You know, during the season, they've had nice runs, then it goes away. They play some ugly basketball. Come back a couple games, then it goes away for a little while. This type of momentum, 8 out of 9, beating a good team at home like Denver, New York, Minnesota, it stays around. And at this time of the season, I know they can't afford to lose this consistency and this momentum. They've always been a good defensive team down the clutch moments. They have to keep that going. I thought the first half of this game is what they need to copy and try to have that available for the rest of the season. It was a good first half. You're going to be tested. They were by a championship quality team who had gotten all their players back healthy. Murray, unfortunately, didn't have the game, which is credit to our defense.
It's bad.
Credit to Marcus Smart and our guards for putting that type of pressure on him. But I think this is staying power when you look at the games that they've won and how they've been able to win and how players are starting to emerge. We're healthy for a change. We got everybody back. Easier for the coach to have his rotations. I like where we are right now.
Absolutely huge week. We've been talking about it for a while. You beat the Knicks, hold them under 100. You force Minnesota really out of their offense, too. And then you do what you did tonight against Denver. And Murray, I don't think I've ever seen him so ineffective. 1 for 14, fouled out. I mean, it's like, whoa, what happened out there to a guy who really is having a career year? And he's been the guy who Jokic missed quite a bit of time. He was out for almost a month. It was Jamal Murray who was keeping the Nuggets afloat. Aaron Gordon missed a month at the start of the season. It was Jamal Murray keeping them where they were in the standings. Now, Lakers are a game and a half ahead of Denver, James. 17 games left to play, and they have the tiebreaker. Yeah. So they're really 2.5 games ahead of Denver if you think about adding in the tiebreaker. Just a huge night all around for the LA Lakers.
Just a very off night for Jamal Murray. We had talked about that's another big reason why you needed to get this one done, because when you hold Jamal to just 1 of 14 shooting from the field, 1 of 7 for 5 points, he fouls out. You need to take care of business.
Who started on him?
Marcus Smart.
There you go.